Deep within the tropical rainforest ecosystem, complex biological interactions define the daily struggle for survival and dominance.
A wild stallion enters the clearing, unaware that a predatory force is monitoring his movements from the shadows.
The giant python utilizes its specialized scales to glide across the damp earth, without alerting the large mammal. Nutritional requirements force the stallion to lower his defenses briefly, while feeding on the abundant forest vegetation nearby.
Chemosensory data is collected through the flickering tongue, allowing the serpent to map the stallion's exact physical location.
Acute hearing and a sharp sense of smell provide the stallion with an early warning of an intruder.
The predator prepares its strike by coiling its muscular body to maximize the force and reach of attack.
Defensive posturing begins as the stallion signals his presence and readiness to defend his territory against any threat.
A lightning-fast strike is launched by the serpent, aiming for the lower extremities of the massive horse.
Superior equine reflexes allow the stallion to evade the strike by rearing his heavy body into the air.
The predator quickly recalibrates its position after the missed attempt, maintaining a focused gaze on the horse's movement.
Strategic movement is employed by the stallion to keep the predator within his visual field at all times. The serpent maneuvers toward the vertical environment to utilize its climbing ability for a superior angle of attack. The audible and physical displays of power are utilized by the horse to discourage further predatory advances from the prey.
The python remains calculating and patient, waiting for any sign of weakness or distraction from its intended prey.
Intense focus is required for the stallion to predict the next move of such a versatile and stealthy.
Elevation provides the predator with a new perspective and the ability to strike from above the horse's eye. Awareness of the three-dimensional threat forces the stallion to adjust his defensive perimeter and overall body posture.
Mimicry and stillness are core components of the python's hunting strategy, making it difficult to target with accuracy. Distance is the stallion's primary advantage, allowing him enough space to react to any sudden vertical lunges made.
Infrared sensing capabilities allow the snake to see the heat signature of the horse, even in the shadows.
Biological stress signals are evident as the stallion maintains a high state of arousal during this prolonged confrontation.
The predator anticipates the stallion's movement and seeks to create an intersection point for its next lethal strike.
Unrelated forest life continues its routine, despite the high-stakes struggle occurring between the stallion and the serpent.
A tactical retreat toward open ground is initiated to remove the vertical advantage held by the giant python. The snake returns to the ground level and resumes its pursuit through the dense vegetation with renewed determination.
Constant visual confirmation of the threat is maintained by the horse to prevent a surprise rear attack occurring.
Increased velocity allows the predator to close the gap between itself and the much larger mammalian prey target.
Powerful rear kicks are used as a formidable secondary defense to keep the predator at a distance away.
The snake adopts an aggressive vertical posture to match the height of the stallion and exert more pressure.
A psychological battle of wills takes place, as neither animal is willing to concede its territory to another.
Agility is the stallion's best asset, as he navigates the attacks of a much faster and more flexible.
The vocalization serves to warn other nearby animals, while also venting the stallion's high levels of frustration.
The snake recognizes the difficulty of taking down such a large and alert opponent in an open area.
Vigilance remains high, as the stallion knows the predator is still within the immediate vicinity of his.
The arrival of twilight shifts the advantage toward the nocturnal predator, which thrives in low-light environments.
Strategic selection of a night location is crucial for the stallion to avoid an ambush in the dark.
Enhanced night vision and infrared sensing
allow the snake to continue its hunt long after the sun sets. The stallion remains standing throughout the night to ensure he is ready to move at any given moment.
Opportunistic feeding behavior allows the snake to shift its focus toward more manageable and less dangerous prey.
Survival of another night is a testament to the stallion's endurance and effective use of his natural.
Leadership and protection of the herd are the primary duties of the stallion in this competitive naturals.
Periods of rest and digestion are essential for the snake to maintain its physical energy for future hunts.
Social interactions within the herd are based on trust and the stallion's ability to provide safety and air.
The forest ecosystem is home to multiple apex predators, all competing for the same limited food resources.
Constant threat assessment is the only way for the stallion to ensure the survival of his entire.
Daily activity cycles are determined by environmental factors, such as temperature and the availability of potential prey.
River crossings are high-risk areas that require the stallion to be at his most alert and
Versatility in movement allow the snake to cross barriers that might stop or slow down other animals. A mutual acknowledgement of presence occurs as the two animals continue their separate journeys through the forest.
the essential minerals are gathered from natural sources to maintain the stallion's bone health and overall physical condition.
Height provides the snake with a strategic advantage for spotting prey and avoiding its own natural predators.
Rainfall is a constant feature of the rainforest ecosystem, influencing the behavior and movement of all species.
Natural shelter provides protection from the heavy rain, while allowing the herd to rest and conserve energy.
Moisture is beneficial for the snake's skin health and helps it to move more silently through the cour. Removing excess water helps the stallion to regulate his body temperature and prevent the onset of chilling.
Rapid changes in weather are common in the tropics, requiring animals to be highly adaptable and resilient.
The post-rain period is a time of high activity as animals emerge to feed and socialize.
The ectothermic animals rely on external heat sources to regulate their metabolism and maintain their physical activity levels.
A state of coexistence is achieved, as both animals recognize the futility of another confrontation right now.
A diverse diet ensures the stallion receives all the necessary nutrients to maintain his health and strength.
The snake returns to its primary hunting grounds, where it can utilize the cover of dense vegetation.
Higher elevations provide relief from the heat and humidity of the forest floor, while offering better views.
Aerial predators add another layer of complexity to the forest ecosystem, where every animal is a potential.
Protection of the young is a primary instinct for the stallion, who will defend his offspring fiercely. Predation is a necessary part of the cycle of life, providing energy for the snake to survive.
Hydration is essential for all animals, especially in the heat and humidity of the tropical rainforest environment.
Secure hiding spots are essential for snakes to avoid being targeted by other predators while they digest.
Exploration of new territories ensures the herd always has access to the best available food and water.
The beauty of the sunset masks the ongoing struggle for survival that defines every day in nature.
The stallion is a symbol of strength and resilience in an environment that is constantly changing and
Tanis. Nocturnal activity is a key strategy for many forest animals, allowing them to avoid the heat of body.
a heightened sense of awareness is necessary to survive the many threats that exist in the night.
Retaining body heat is a challenge for ectothermic animals during the cooler temperatures of the forest night.